Cheryl and I had only been married for just a few years, and we had young children. And again, being, working folks, there was never any extra money. I had a buddy of mine that was big into the Billy Graham crusade. When Billy Graham was coming to Jacksonville, so we got invited to go to a party that was to be one of the pre-crusade gatherings. And so we went there that night, and again, young married, young family, young in business, didn't have any extra money, period. And that night, man, we just felt led to give to that ministry. I mean, the Spirit of God was there, there's no question about it. And we wrote a check we couldn't cash. We truly did. Now, it wasn't a big check. For us, it was, it was tremendous, but, just a little bit of money in today's standard by any stretch of the imagination. But wrote that check on the faith that God would take and do what He promised He would do for us. And He did, and I promise you, from that day forward, with giving, I saw that God, you can't outgive God. And it was a tremendous opportunity to test faith, I guess, because that's one of the things that my preacher says. He says, what good is faith if it hadn't been tested? So to use his analogy, we stepped out on faith, and it's just been tremendous. I tell a little story. I keep a Bible on my desk at my office. It's no secret. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a guy of faith. I'm a simple guy. I don't get hung up in the high weeds. I'm not going to argue about the dogma. I believe the Bible says what it says, and I believe God's going to do what He says He's going to do. And so I have people come into my office all the time that ask me and say, how did you do what you've done? And I tell them, I said, faith and sweat. It's in a song. I didn't make it up. I borrowed that, but it couldn't be any more truthful. Faith and hard work, you can do anything. And I take those same folks who ask me that question, I just tell them I'm living proof God blesses a knucklehead. And then we laugh, and they go, no, really, what does it take? And I said, do you really want to know? Because if you really want to know, I'll give you the answer. And the answer is in this book right here. And I keep it tabbed to Malachi 3, 7 through 11. And I open it and I have them read it. And I said, that is how I have what I have. There's no question. Without that and what God's promise is, I wouldn't have what I have today. Giving's important to me because I know that I can't outgive God. There is no way that I can even come close to doing for Him what He's done for me.